Hi guys, Mrs. Robarts here to talk a little bit more about circle weaving. At this point, most of you are in process. You want to make sure that your t-shirt yarn comes out almost to the edge of this wooden frame so that your weaving's big enough. This is one that's been finished by a 5th grade student. She did a fantastic job, and as you can see, it's big and fun and colorful, but in order for all of our work not to just disappear and come apart, we need to tie off the ends. And so I'm going to show you how to do that today so that you can have this little hot plate, trivet, placemat, or maybe a wall hanging, whatever you want to use it as. So I'm going to show you the next steps. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tie off in between each of our yarn warp threads, and so we're going to tie it in the middle. I'm going to show you what to do. You're going to take either a piece of t-shirt yarn, or you might pick I have some fat yarn too, but for the most part I think we'll use up the little bits of t-shirt yarn that we've cut up. There's a lot of cutting, so might as well use it. I'm going to cut this in half because you want it to be about this long. I guess that's about 4 inches, maybe 5. And what I'm going to do is come in between the 2 yarn warp threads, and I'm going to gather a bunch of the yarn. I want to go in far enough that I'm going to make sure I secure these pieces of yarn and they don't unravel on me. So I just go in between them, and consider this part of your pattern. So pick the colors that you want because they're going to show up. See the ones I tied off already? So you might want to do all the same color or a pattern, or maybe everyone's going to be a different color. That's totally up to you. And you are literally just tying a double knot nice and tight. I want you to go ahead and do each of these sections before you do the next step. But for the matter of just saving time, I'm going to show you the next step. I tied off in the center, so now I want to clip it from the loom because it's not going to stay on the loom. I'm just going to snip, and I'm going to take these little sections and I'm going to actually wrap them around the t-shirt yarn so it doesn't come apart. And again, double knot. Okay, so again, that's going to be part of my design. You can leave it long and have a frill, or you can clip it short. And even if you want to tuck it in so it's doesn't show up as much, you can. But that is the next step. You're going to go ahead and make sure you tie off before you snip the yarn, because you don't want all of your hard work to come undone. All right, weave on. So we've been working on our circle weaving on an embroidery hoop using t-shirt yarn, and I cannot keep up with all of the t-shirt yarn. So I just want to give you a quick tutorial on how to cut t-shirt yarn, because we also don't want to waste it. I keep getting more t-shirts and it seems like enough, but it's never enough. So here's a t-shirt that someone donated, and I'm going to start at the bottom and just snip along the hem. We want to make our yarn about no bigger than an inch, as thin as you can do it, and you're going to go all the way around in a straight line. It's kind of easy to do when there's a hem at the bottom because you can follow the hem. It gets more difficult the further you cut up the shirt. So let me quickly just get to the end here, to the tricky part. Okay, so now I'm getting to where I started. And what I'm going to do is I'm kind of going to go up so I can keep spiraling around the t-shirt, if you can see that. And I'll snip it to even this off so that I'm going to keep cutting. And now I'm going to keep cutting about the same width of yarn all the way around. All right, happy weaving. And I have my yarn.